The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the transmission flickered to life. For 300 years, Earth had been nothing more than a cautionary tale, primitive world that had destroyed itself in nuclear fire, leaving behind only radiation and ruins. The galaxy had mourned briefly, then moved on. Humanity was extinct, or so they believed. Commander Daisy Chen stood at the helm of the Prometheus, her hands steady on the controls as the massive warship dropped out of hyperspace above the Council's homeworld of Valoria. Beside her, Lieutenant Oscar Rodriguez monitored the tactical display, his eyes scanning the hundreds of alien vessels that surrounded them. "They're hailing us," Oscar said, his voice calm despite the tension crackling through the bridge. "All frequencies. They sound ... confused." Daisy allowed herself a slight smile. Let them be confused. Open a channel to the council chambers. Full video. The holographic display materialized before them, showing the assembled representatives of 47 alien species. The Veltorian Prime Minister, a tall being with crystalline skin, leaned forward in disbelief. His translator stuttered as he spoke. This is impossible. Earth was declared a dead world. The radiation levels were cleaned up 200 years ago. Daisy interrupted smoothly. Humanity didn't die, Prime Minister. We went underground. We adapted. We survived. And while the galaxy forgot about us, we were busy rebuilding. Oscar transmitted a data packet to the council. Images of gleaming cities beneath Earth's surface, massive hydroponic farms, fusion reactors that powered billions. The aliens watched in stunned silence. "But the surveys," stammered the Crithian ambassador, her tentacles writhing anxiously. "We sent probes. There was nothing but wasteland." "You saw what we wanted you to see," Oscar said, unable to hide the pride in his voice. "Holographic projections, electromagnetic interference. We learned early on that the galaxy considered Earth worthless, so we kept it that way. While you all traded and squabbled over territory, we had 3 centuries of uninterrupted development." The chamber erupted into chaos. Representatives shouted over one another, some demanding proof, others calling for Earth's immediate integration into the Galactic Council. But the Threxian war leader, a massive reptilian creature covered in scars, silenced them all with a thunderous roar. "Development means nothing without strength," he growled, his eyes fixed on Daisy. "Your ship is impressive, human, but it is one vessel. The Threxian armada numbers 10,000 warships. Why should we fear Earth's return?" Daisy's smile widened. She nodded to Oscar, who entered a command sequence. Around the Council's homeworld, space itself seemed to ripple and tear. One by one, human vessels decloaked, hundreds of them, each one larger and more advanced than the Prometheus. The Threxian war leader's scales went pale. "This is the 3rd fleet," Daisy said quietly. "We have 12 fleets. Each one is larger than this. And these ships," she gestured to the display, "they're 20 years out of date. Our newest vessels make these look like antiques." The silence that followed was deafening. The Veltorian Prime Minister seemed to have lost the ability to speak. Finally, the Synthetic Collective's representative, a being of pure energy contained in a crystalline matrix, spoke in binary that the translators converted to standard galactic. "Our technology has advanced steadily for millennia. We have access to resources from 10,000 worlds. How could one planet, isolated and presumed dead, surpass us all?" Oscar glanced at Daisy, who nodded for him to answer. He took a deep breath. "Necessity," he said simply. "When you believe your species might be the last, when every resource is precious, when failure means extinction, you innovate or you die. Humanity chose to innovate. We couldn't expand outward, so we went inward. Nanotechnology, quantum computing, genetic engineering, zero-point energy. We pushed every boundary because we had no choice. And we were united," Daisy added. "No interstellar politics, no competing colonies, no alien neighbors to fight with. Every human, from the children learning in our schools to the elderly in our archives, worked toward one goal: survival, then excellence, then dominance." The Crithian ambassador's voice quavered. "What do you want from us? If you have such power, you could simply take what you wish." Daisy's expression softened slightly. "We don't want conquest, Ambassador. We want respect. We want our seat at this council. We want trade agreements, cultural exchanges, and mutual defense pacts. But most of all, we want the galaxy to understand one fundamental truth." She stepped forward, and the camera zoomed in on her face, weathered from years in command, but fierce with determination. "Humanity doesn't stay down. You can burn our world, scatter us to the winds, forget we ever existed, but we will claw our way back from oblivion itself. We will turn tragedy into triumph." and we will emerge stronger than before. That's not a threat, council members, that's a promise. That's who humans are. The Threxian war leader, surprisingly, was the first to speak. A deep rumble that might have been laughter echoed through his translator. I like these humans, he said. They have fire in their hearts. The Threxian Armada votes to recognize Earth's sovereignty and grant them full council membership. One by one, the other representatives followed, some out of respect, others out of fear, but the result was unanimous. After 300 years of absence, humanity had returned to the galactic stage not as the primitive newcomers they once were, but as a force that could reshape the balance of power. As the transmission ended, and the Prometheus began docking procedures, Oscar turned to Daisy with a grin. That went better than expected. Daisy laughed, the tension finally draining from her shoulders. Did you doubt it? We're human, Oscar. When the galaxy counts us out, that's when we're most dangerous. Through the viewport, Earth hung in the distance, a blue jewel that had refused to die. Its children had returned to the stars, and the galaxy would never be the same. Humanity was back, and this time, they were staying. The end.